if you just looked at the end of the Lions vs. Cardinals game, you may have seen that the Cardinals struggled a bit on offense, but what you wouldn't see is that one lone man was going to be haunting Kyler Murray's dreams for the rest of the year like the Christmas spirits haunted Scrooge. And it wasn't Aiden Hutchinson who sacked him, nor Kirby Joseph who picked him off, but the Lions punter, a man who on this channel needs no introduction, Jack Fox. So let me show you how. The Cardinals and Lions were exchanging scores before the Cardinals were forced to punt, but in a turn of fate, they get a big stop to force Jack Fox to take the field midway through the second quarter. Below the 32, Murray was expecting something manageable, maybe a nice little 75-yard drive to set up a score, but no. Jack blows the ceiling off the place with a punt that literally lands on the opposing 1-yard line. Now it does bounce through for a touchback, but that was over 80 yards in the air. And on top of that, there's a flag, meaning that they would have to drive 90 yards if they wanted to sniff the sweet aroma of the end zone. So that was not going to happen. And the Gilligan punt set up the Lions with a reasonable scoring range, which puts the Lions up to a 10-point lead. So come back in the second half and Murray throws a pick, but they get an immediate stop. So here comes Fox who, oh thank goodness, Murray thought, a miss hit, but immediately finds out that Fox couldn't even mess up without pinning them at the 2-yard line. And while a lot of game happens without changing the score at all, at the start of the fourth, they would just need Fox to blink one time, just give the Cardinals at least one touchback. Well, his first punt, gorgeous, no questions here, just fair catches at the 12-yard line. Okay, so they turn it back over on downs, and now the Lions are like, well, if that worked the first time, let's just run it back. So here comes Fox, just a few yards closer, and he does it again. Lays it over the head of the returner, it bounces back like a bad check right to the boys in blue waiting for it, as they'd have to attempt to drive 91 yards if they'd want those elusive points. And if that's not bad enough, they actually get the Lions to punt on the other side of the 50 after failing again, but this time Kyler Murray was stuck in his own version of Groundhog Day or football hell, as Fox once again pins them at the 7-yard line, meaning that off of just the Jack Fox 5 punts, if Kyler Murray wanted to score on all of them, he would have had to drive 460 total yards, which for those of you who don't know football that well, is pretty hard to do across the entire game, much less 5 drives, as he was forced to start on the 10, the 2, the 12, the 9, and the 7. Jack Fox is just a quarterback boogeyman.